It is real critical that when students are held accountable to demonstrating their mastery, it's real important that they have experiences that align with the tests they're going to take. So it would be a poor decision on our part for the students to have an online test and all we've exposed them to is a paper test. So it's critical for us as a school district to always be in the front of what the state wants to do. So as we work our way through the school year and we teach students the various standards, we're going to assess it in both ways. So we'll assess with paper pencil, but we're also going to take time to do the online environment.
We're continuously looking for ways to make learning tangible, making it meaningful and purposeful, so when our students graduate from academies, that they are prepared with the skill set and concepts to be successful, whether it is in traditional colleges or directly to the workforce.
The Tennessee State Standards provide a clear set of expectations for all content areas. These standards are developed to ensure every student graduates prepared for college or the workforce. Over the last few years, we've had several changes with the academic standards, but are pleased to announce this year there are no changes for implementation. In addition to these standards, we will also continue to focus on the literacy strand that connects all content areas. This strand of standards provides expectations for how students will read and write across the content areas by reading more complex text, having students discussions about the text, and writing in response to text. All resources, including content standards and connected resources, can be found on the Curriculum Navigator.
The main focus this year for response to instruction and intervention is centered in two areas. One is to focus on response to instruction in the Tier 1 classroom by providing quick intervention for students who struggle. The second area of focus is continuing to refine interventions that are skill-based in math and reading for those students in Tiers 2 and 3.
This year, CMCSS high schools will move to full implementation of RTI Squared. An early warning system consisting of multiple data points will be used to determine student placement. Intervention course codes will allow high school students to earn credit toward graduation while also receiving skills-based remediation that they need.
We've not only refreshed our current technology, we've significantly increased the computer saturation amount at every grade level, giving our teachers technology they can leverage for innovative instruction.
In addition to those devices going to the classrooms, we want to ensure that those devices are enhancing the learning that's taking place for students. And so we really talk about three key words. We talk about effectiveness, we talk about engagement, and we talk about ownership. And through the access to these devices for students and teachers, teachers will have an opportunity to in a more real-time fashion, allow for small group instruction and to meet students' needs exactly where they are through differentiation. It'll allow students to track their data and see where they are, have access to their assessment data, as well as access to online content that will hopefully enhance the learning environment for students.
In simple terms, we need to determine that the work that we're doing to recruit teachers is effective. So if we go to a career fair and we don't have a return on that investment, it's not worth going back to that career fair again. We've gone to Michigan and Ohio, Illinois, Indiana. Of course, we focus here in Tennessee as well. We go to Kentucky. This year, we went to Minnesota. We want to see someone that's very enthusiastic about becoming an educator or coming to our district. Working for the Clarksville-Montgomery County school system requires a tremendous work ethic. Someone willing to learn and to grow and to ensure that their students succeed. At the heart of it, they have to have students in mind.
Typically with recruitment, you're looking at the job fairs in the district and the community and those partnerships. But what we found to be a powerful recruitment tool was our substitute program. So we've had over 300 substitutes hired into permanent positions across the district since bringing the program back in-house in 2014. We have them in the transportation department. We have former subs in most of the schools. We have former subs working in human resources and in the technology department. The subs that we're hiring, they want to work in this community. They want to work for this district because they know the impact that we have. Their own children have attended schools here. They've attended schools here. They're connected and they want to be a part of that on a more permanent or a larger scale.
We continue investing in employee wellness because we want to improve our employee productivity, and we also want to focus on the well-being of our employees. We do feel very strongly that our students do best when our employees are in the classrooms and when our employees are supporting our students when they're there at school every day. Some of the things the employees will see as their wellness improves is the containment of our health insurance costs. We're very fortunate, we're a self-insured trust, and we have gone 5 years without having to raise our premiums, which has a lot to do with our employees focusing on their well-being and ensuring that they stay healthy.
We are proud of the hard work and continued dedication that our schools have put towards improving safety and security for our students and staff. As a district, we want to continue to support these efforts through strong partnerships with law enforcement, crisis response planning, security audits, safety drills and training, the new visitor management system, and facility improvements.
Faculty at impacted schools should be very excited starting out the 2016-2017 school year, where they'll find some improvements in place when school starts in August. Some of those improvements include a reconfigured front entrance layout, better visibility for school system staff, visibility of entranceways and parking areas, locking mechanisms on all entrance doors, and a secure waiting area for the reception area. We'll also see an electronic visitor management system, which provides a more consistent login process, replacing the logbooks that we currently use in our front offices. These electronic systems will scan any state-issued identification card, verify the identification, cross-check that identification with other government databases, and it will document the visit.
This year we're encouraging teachers to use less energy in the classrooms by turning off their lights, the projectors, and their workstations when they're not in use. By following that philosophy and turning off your light in your classroom 1 hour a day each day of the school year for a whole year, we can save almost $71,000 through the district.
There are a lot of things that are done every day throughout the district. Work processes that people do, attendance and all these sorts of things. HR has their processes, business affairs have their processes, and sometimes they just don't work as well as they should. Maybe they're still using a paper form or multiple paper forms. So we might write a software system to take away that paper form, allow better data protection, make it flow a little easier. Sometimes it's a piece of hardware. Maybe instead of photocopying a bunch of papers and storing it in the CUME folder, maybe we start to scan those documents, keep that in PowerSchool, and then not have to deal with all those reams and reams and reams of thousands of pages of paper. So we just want things to be easier for people to get their job done.
Well, there's some economies of scale when you look at both the school system's operations and the county. And we believe there are some opportunities that would allow us to partner in a way that would help efficiencies for both organizations in the way we staff those different processes, whether it's payroll or purchasing or accounts payable, and possibly some savings as well. But the goal is to really see how we can complement each other with the resources we have.
The online fee pay process is something that will be convenient for the parent, and what that will be is the parent will be able to go online and make payments not only for their fees but also for field trips and anything that the teacher would normally collect for. The money collection process will be taken out of the classroom, and that will allow the teacher to focus on teaching our students. We piloted with West Creek Complex, and we hope to add the Rossview Complex and just kind of see how things are going. It has to not only mesh with our accounting system, but it has to be user-friendly for the parents too. As we see things are going well, then we'll add other schools. Our goal is to have every school on by the end of next school year, but it just depends on the process.
Through our Family School Connection parent engagement model, we will continue to provide parents with various entry points to becoming connected. But we also want to focus on providing parents with the tools and the resources that they will need to support learning at home. I definitely hope that teachers see the results of students learning at home while parents are supporting that learning during the times that they're not in the classroom, that when the students get back to the classroom, all they see are better prepared students.
This year in Community Relations, our focus is on refining the structure and marketing of the district's PIE program. to strengthen meaningful relationships with businesses and community organizations in order to better provide and align community resources to schools to do great things for students. We're going to ensure that the relationship between the schools and the partners is a lot more personal, and that the partner sees directly what their impact is in the schools, and then the schools see innovative ways that the partner could work with them.
This year, the Education Foundation's focus will be to expand our donor base to include CMCSS alumni so that those who have experienced the difference can pay it forward to future generations of students. When we tie alumni to the schools, it gives students the opportunity to see a real life example of somebody that has gone through their halls and sat in those classrooms, that's now out in the industry, in the workplace, successful, and it makes that much more personable to them and more meaningful.